G'day, today we're going to have a look at mini motorways and the weekly challenge. So this one is set in Rio de Janeiro. This is the week of the 14th of November. Bridges and tunnels don't require road tiles, not bad. Start with 4 traffic lights and no further are offered. The no further offered is always nice. Double the number of motorways awarded. Always happy about that one. Also always happy about starting at this point on this map. Other times you'll start on the far right, but I reckon starting on the little cove here does limit the options of where it's going to be able to give you destinations and houses. In fact, let's try and block out everything at the top to start here, because it's going to give us a second destination at some point here real soon, and we want it living on the bottom side. Now we can at least fix the tiny little mess it gave us there. And what I do want to do is actually give yellow enough space that any more yellow houses coming in will actually go near that yellow line and not be stuck on the blue line. So we'll make the blue's line road a little bit longer than we have to, just to give yellow that extra buffer room of houses. Now we can clear everything up. I don't necessarily like having roads operate on such a right angle like that. So, I mean, maybe I should fix that. I suppose I could just have these guys tunnel through and sort of get out of the way, but could definitely call that a waste of a tunnel. That does feel like it limits the amount of space that yellows can come in, but right. In fact, what we could do is run these guys like that, have them go like there to make that route a lot shorter. That's not a bad connection. Let's turn that guy in. Cool. Because I was gonna say, because if I want to get a house where that second guy was sitting, where he was pointing his road, because that's quite a nice connection there, nice and short. So for now, still, I will let these guys go like that. Yeah, because we want to get yellow houses in. Now, especially now, let's pause for a second real quick, because I'm going to send this guy around the really long way, because this guy's yellow. Yeah, because he's gone circular. So how many have I got? 37. So I am going to try and do a cheeky little bit of blocking here in places that I don't want to get yellow houses. Probably along there. And how much room do we have for all the way across there? Not too much. I suppose that is definitely not the priority of where we don't want houses. Preferably we don't want houses anywhere along the top. Bigger preference is probably that side. No, it's actually probably this side. In fact, let's just let the chips fall where they may. We've probably done enough getting that guy out of the way. But hopefully we can get some in here. Even if they come at the back here, we can sort of move them through with a tunnel. We definitely want a roundabout in here, so hopefully we get offered a roundabout soon, so I can sort of fill this gap with it. I might block that road off there just so that I can have that reserved for a roundabout. Where am I going to connect you? Surprised I'm not being offered another house for that guy. Alright, so run that through there for now. Definitely take 2 motorways. That's always going to be nice. Really don't want guys sharing lines like we've got for both of these. So what we can do for blue, oh, give Blue those two for now. Cut that off. Sharpen his route. And we... no, I wanted that for the motor roundabout, didn't I? And I feel unlikely that we're going to get yellow house in there. But let's open it up. So now we've got to get something... There we go. That's better. We really don't want to give up any of the houses down here for this guy. Even the 4 houses I don't feel like is enough for what we're going to need for this guy. Hopefully we see some blue houses over here down near the statue. It is not forthcoming with roundabouts in this one. I haven't seen a single one. Usually they can't force them on you enough. Especially when I'm not getting offered traffic lights at all. So there's no real way to separate this setup here into 2 different hubs to go to these 2 different guys. I mean, I could use the motorway to hop over, but even then it would sort of be a weird little setup. That's not too bad. And the biggest problem is if this guy blocks off any like guys that are going to come up behind him. Let's get rid of that for a moment. Because we want to just sort of have that angle like that. Well, we've got 6 houses connected on this line. Oh, good. That solves our problems a lot easier than having to run these guys all the way around the top. I'm not sure it's on purpose, but I feel like they're not offering us roundabouts here. Swing that up a bit because I wager on getting more houses in that vicinity, and we want to have them on either side of the road if we can. In fact, let's move as much of that up as we can. And again, we're going to have these guys share. Still early days, so sharing's not too bad. Again, it's not great. Speaking of not great, not in love with that placement there. So that's now 3 sets of guys that are sharing houses. And this one's awful, but we'll work with what we've got. Got this yellow guy down here that's no man's land. Got this blue down here. Well, now that's not too bad to get. Let's tighten those guys up a little bit more, and we can just sort of have them angle out. I'll get this guy to sweep in there. I kind of want one more yellow house over here before we cut this road off, but at least he'll be doing the heavy lifting. See how he goes with his 4 houses. Or at least getting some more guys down here that could play support to either of these 2 circular destinations. This guy over here too, and again, similar to this one house down here, you kind of need some friends before we can let him go out on it alone. Still no roundabouts. We'll go the tunnel. He's stranded. I mean, I need to use a bridge basically to get him to help out. But with his help, I reckon that can go. The fact that we've only got 3 greenhouses is really underwhelming at this point, but we do have 4 motorways, so let's just bounce those guys straight over. Hopefully this guy here goes pink too, because that'd be a nice get. But what we will do is we'll take these 2 guys and we'll run them up there to go him, so at least we've separated one of these pinks off and we're not sort of incorporating everyone together. Hopefully we, again, get another yellow somewhere down here, either so we feel like we're getting some use out of that bridge. There we go. Or so we can get rid of the bridge, but I guess it's the first of those 2 options. There's still quite a length from him. Let's just say 1 more house. So there's our 1 more house. Now they're just being spoiled. There we go. So what was in there was my original plan. I'll still do it. I'm not confident in the amount of houses set up for this guy, where he is. We can turn him down to go help out there. We can burn another bridge and get him helping. We will shift this up there, and we'll shift these guys down. This pink guy here that we could attach to this one. I am definitely eyeing off these guys taking over the job here. There's another one there now, so let's go. There's probably more houses there, and they're probably closer as well. Let's flick those guys back that way. As soon as I start using these guys make their own argument for why they need to be used for something. So it doesn't feel like we're too bad off at the moment. A lot of blue houses over here, not many blue houses over here. Probably my biggest concern. I would also love more roundabouts. You're in an awkward spot there, blue. It's at least a very good get for this guy. That's a bad get, on the other hand. Because either we've got to use these guys here, that guy going circulars. Gonna make things tricky. Alright, so let's flip things back around here. This guy can now swing back to those guys there. And those guys to jump in there. We've got 5 houses looking after him. We've got 3 looking after this guy. or looking after him. Let's chuck a motorway there. Let those guys sort of do double duty for the moment. Take the roundabout. It's because we're not seeing him very often. A lot of pink houses at the top. So let's flick these two guys back down that way. Get rid of that. We've got 4 motorways. Have all these guys sort of face where this guy is. Get them to hop that way. And then what we'll do is take... Well, I mean, these are all for that one guy, so we can go... And these 5 guys at the back around. 4 of them just into a little hub. Move them up as well. Come around that way. And bounce them that way. Now you can see this guy here isn't too happy. I don't think there's much in the way of room that we can do to get him a roundabout. We'll slot that one in there. Just give him that bridge. I was going to give him a motorway, but bridge, it's not that far, so they'll probably do the bridge. Okay, so we've got this one pink house here. So what I might do with him is I'll just let him run support for this guy. Man, these guys are really crowding in. So, got 2 motorways still, and we've got a whole bunch of houses that aren't connected to anything up here, but just going to do that for now. Alright, and we now want to remove that because we don't want circular guys sharing with anyone. I've used my bridges, so we'll bring them back. We don't really want to do that. We want to sort of have them facing the correct way. There's no point in making this guy, say, head away from his destination. He's the closest one, then he should act like the closest one. These 2 guys are a real shame. We're stuck on the wrong side of that. If we were like rolling in excess motorways, I'd give these guys a motorway so that I can have these 2 guys come in and connect here. So that's something to consider. I'll try and remember that we want to do. As this goes on. Alright, I think he's got enough houses. Yeah, he's got plenty of houses to be circular. This guy's now gained a whole bunch of houses too. Oh, we've got an extra house down here. We can have that house swing around to be useful too. So we're looking okay at the moment. Take the motorways, and so let's... Oh, he's still looking alright. Alright. So what greens can we volunteer for this? Well, for now, let's just let them share. There's still some... No, because they're looking after 3, aren't they? Sorry, we don't want them sharing. Put an extra bridge. I could share with that guy. This yellow down here is, yeah, he's still looking very fine. And you can see these guys haven't even left home, so he's doing alright. It's a real killer too that this is a double one, which means that something else is gonna join in there too. So we're only seeing half the problem. We still also haven't separated out these two guys. We've got 3 motorways, so we could probably start to look at it. Got this bunch of pinks back here not being used, but I don't think they're close enough to anyone to justify their use. Okay, so this blue here, we've just got our second blue house up this way, so we'll just let these two guys take care of that for now. And we'll disconnect this guy, and we'll get these 3 guys at the back up over there. A lot of the pinks aren't looking great at the moment. How close can we swing this to there? So let's see if they can just go do a very long support run there. We don't have any bridges. We've got 1 tunnel, so we'll go bridge. One thing we do have sort of going for us here is we've got a lot of every color. We've got 4 blue destinations, 3 yellows, 4 pinks, 3 light blues, 4 greens. Did I say 5 dark blues? So, a weird placement for that guy. We're definitely just filling in all the gaps now. Definitely making this guy look a lot better. This guy is now getting worse, but I've used all my motorways now, so we are at the mercy of getting a new motorway to sort that out. Got a 3rd blue house up there, which is great for this guy. We do need to get someone over here. Actually, I wouldn't mind two motorways down here. Let's do that. Then we can get these 2 guys just to get in there. It's not great because we've now got them cutting across the path of another blue destination. So blues, 2 circle destinations having to share a road rather is not a good look. Thank you. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll get rid of that road there. Get rid of this road here. Say motorway from there to there. These 2 guys we will run up and they can join into that spot there. And that's our 2 extra houses helping out for now. We'll just see how that goes. You can see there's a bit of a backlog into this roundabout. I want to avoid having too many entrances into a roundabout to see if we can stop that from being a major problem. So if I do get these 2, if I give these guys a, motorway, then I will, I was going to say have these guys join into that point there. That just became suddenly trickier. Yellow is still screaming a bit here. Got this set of guys up here. So our extra motorway at the moment. Let's just get them to go help out in here. Great. Anytime we're going to get offered motorways, we'll take motorways. You just see if we can get this from there around that way. Because I was thinking I was possibly going to have him join to the end of the tunnel, and they'd still have to go all the way around. But that we can have them a lot closer. We'll run those 3 guys up there. They've just got to wait for these blue guys to get off their road. It seems like everyone yellow is just not happy at the moment. What I'm going to do is, because we've got the extra motorway, it just looks like everyone's not happy at the moment. I'm going to grab these 3 guys, give them a separate connection there, and send them to the other side, because no one's coming into the other side of this. You can see that it's not as sort of congested. Pink is freaking out now too as well. Let's try and get some more pink guys connected. We've got tunnels. Oh, I was going to say, we've got all these guys connected in here as well, don't we? So there is sort of traffic moving through. It's just, I guess, this yellow here is our major problem at the moment. Whether we can get... We could join him in there, but that's going to make that road very congested. See how congested these roundabouts are too. Well, just what we needed, another pink destination in here. That guy's only got the 4 houses, so we'll give him 5. This guy's got 2 sets. Can't get this guy down because he's blocked by that bridge. Amazingly, by the way, green's doing incredibly well for having this terrible setup here. So let's go. I suppose this pink here can run up that way, and we can give him that 1. But it feels like a bit of everyone's about to collapse. This yellow here is still not looking too healthy. Get anyone we can in there. Generally pretty limited if you've got double destinations at all. I think you're always going to see them start to collapse a little bit quicker, just because there's so much congestion going on in that there we go. It's the green that actually set us off, not yellow. There we go, 4,400. Let's have a look to see how that puts us on the charts. Up 3%. But 82, not too bad. Questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.